Great afternoon, Powerhouse Women in Motion. Come on in, get your notebooks and pens and sit on down and have a conversation with us today. We have the incredible Alease Michelle, and she is our marketing expert. She is just truly, truly phenomenal. I've been following Alease for years, and I'm just so honored. She's mentored me. I'm in her membership, and I learned from Miss Alease. So I wanted the opportunity to be able to bring her to you today. So this is a campus only conversation, and we are broadcasting live on the campus only. This is not being shared with any of my other platforms because this is especially for you. So allow me to go ahead and introduce Miss Alease, and we're going to get right into it. So if you're looking to build your business via social, then today is your day to learn all about it. So Miss Alease Michelle Jones is the founder of the Simplify Your Coaching Business Club, best-selling author, workshop trainer, retired marketing professor, and certified online marketing expert. She helps online coaches grow successful coaching businesses without the overwhelm. Alease has worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs in a dozen of industries, from wellness and health providers, boutique owners, realtors, financial planners, fashion designers, beauty professionals, chefs, pastors, and music artists. She has been featured in Somerset Studio, Creative Loafing, Charlotte Observer, the Art Institute Insight, Pride Magazine, Uptown Magazine, WSOC TV, Success Stalkers Radio, Biz Chicks Podcast, and Business Women Rock, as well awarded Faculty of the Year, Art Institute Leader Spotlight, and Goodwill Outstanding Community Leader. Miss Alease Michelle is the bomb.com, and help me welcome her with your notebook and pen. Miss Alease Michelle.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that intro was like, okay, is that me?
That's you, that's you, that's you. Yes, it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pam, for having me here. I am so excited to share with your audience all about social media and just a little bit about me and how they can use social media to grow their business, because social media is the bomb. Right?
Yes, yes. So talk to us, Alease. Tell us about your humble beginnings.
Well, okay, so really how humble that is I started like everybody else working my side business, working full time and then having a side business. And just like, things happen, I got demoted from a position that I absolutely love and thought I was the bomb for. But clearly my boss and everybody else didn't think so. So I got demoted. And that really got me to thinking that, hey, I needed something different. I needed to be able to control my own destiny. So I let my full-time job fund my dream. And eventually I retired from teaching, which is what was 18 years of teaching, when I was able to transition into this whole full-time coaching business. So I am just like everybody else. I just start, where it is, right? It wasn't perfect action. I just took action. I got a little kick in the butt to make me take action quicker.
Yes, yes. And so what were you doing? Tell us about your work as a professor.
Oh, so as a professor, I taught design students. So graphic design students, photographer students, fashion students. I taught them marketing. So I was the head of the marketing department. And so I taught everything around marketing. And when I came into the whole teaching industry, social media did not exist. So we were doing traditional marketing. And then all of a sudden, social media hit the scene. I had to go back and learn more things, right? I had to get certified in internet marketing. I had to get certified in social media marketing, all of those type of things, so that I can take it back to my students and teach. So I spent the last 10 years of my teaching career teaching marketing. And then, I did a little side business of selling my artwork. One of my other passions is artwork. That was my undergrad degree. And so I decided to actually put in action what I was teaching. And so I started actually selling my artwork online. And then that took off very well, which eventually led me into coaching other people how to do the same thing.
Wow. So you did artwork, so marketing professor, to your artwork business, to what you do now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To what you do now. So in terms of the tips on transitioning from, of course, working full time or working on land is what I call it, right? And now people are trying to position themselves because of this pandemic to build a business online.
Correct.
What would you say are some good tips, some things that we could take away from today?
So the transition I would just say is that um, I don't see the difference. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's the same, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what you were doing on land can be easily transferred to online. So if you were speaking
Mm-hmm.
at different events and conferences, well, now you have your own platform, and the platform is even larger. So I saw this quote one day saying that if you have 10 people who show up for your live, think of that as 10 people in a classroom that you was teaching.
Okay.
If you had 50 people show up to your live, then think of that as a workshop
Okay.
or a conference, right? And then if you had more than that, then you are speaking to an auditorium of people. But I don't think people see that what you do online is very simple. My fact, to me, you know me, because I'm an online person, doing
Yes.
it online is so much easier and very cost effective, right? You don't
Okay.
have to worry about getting all dressed and cute. Right now, I got on leggings underneath here, but look cute on the top, right? You don't have to worry about travel. And yes, I know people who tend to they like that personal connection,
Mm-hmm.
but you only get to speak to a small amount of people at one time. And so online, you're able to reach the masses. Like my clientele runs from people in Trinidad, from London,
Wow.
I have a client in the Bahamas. I mean, all of these different places, which I would have never, ever, ever been able to reach out to if I stayed on land. So I think transitioning, just look at it that it's very similar,
That's
but
good.
you're just speaking to a webcam.
That's good. And so, for someone who is like a fish out of water, right? And with this online atmosphere, and you are sitting here saying Trinidad, London, and they're like, "Look, I'm just trying to get next door. I'm just trying to figure out how do I connect." So, how were you able to connect with your audience?
Um, Okay, so I think a lot of it had to be really honest. I'm an educator.
Yeah.
So when I first got online, I'll be honest, it was a struggle
Mhm.
because I was listening to what other people were saying to me. Oh, you have to be super professional. You know, when you take Toastmaster, I'm a Toastmaster person too, right? And in
Yes.
Toastmaster, they taught you don't do the don't
Yeah.
there were so many different rules. So
Mhm.
I took those signs and it didn't translate the same. So when I realized that, okay, what worked in the classroom? Why did your students love you so much? Why did you get the best faculty of the year? What made your classrooms always sold out? I mean, like booked to the max. Like I had to turn students away. And
Wow.
what it was is that I was myself. Like if I
Mm.
stuttered over words, I was like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, students, and I would keep going, right? So when I became myself is when the transition of me,
Okay.
becoming comfortable online happened because I'm able to just
Mm-hmm.
be myself. And so if I mess up, I mess up. If I mess up on a word, I'm like, ooh, I messed up on the word. So the running joke in my classroom was, when you start to write on the board, you sort of don't remember how to spell a word. It's like when you write it on the board, you forget. And so I would misspell something and it would be their job to catch it. Like, oh, Miss M,
Yeah.
you misspelled something. Then I was like, well, you come up here and write. And then
Right.
that become the opportunity to become a teaching moment. And so they got to teach me. They got to see that I was, flawed with mistakes. And then that's what the connection happened when they got to see me as who I am.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so then from there, they got to see you for who you are. But then what about the actual connection now? So now that you're good and like comfy, I'm coming to you as I am. But now how am I connected to my audience to reach a London or a Trinidad?
Okay, so that is all about showing up consistently. Okay,
Mm,
so if you want to reach out to them, Facebook, Instagram, all these kind of things need to know that you're serious about connecting with people. And if you're only showing up once a month or once
mhm.
every so often, or when we feel like we got a message, like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like it, right? If you do it only when you feel like it,
Right.
then you're never going to reach those kind of people. So, I always suggest to people that when you do get started, think about going hard in the paint for at least 10 days. or 20 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means showing up consistently every day for 10 to 20 days. And that is going to say to Facebook and to Instagram, like, hey, okay, she's serious about her business. And
Yes.
so let us show it to more people.
Got it. Got it. Now, does that also apply to groups that you're in, or are you talking personal
Yes,
page?
it's the same way as groups. Groups are going to be the exact same. You need to show up inside of the group where your target market or ideal clients are, and then you want to engage. So one of the things that I like to call and share with people is called the quick win. If you want to show up and be consistent, is that you like, comment, or mention, like someone's post, comment
Okay.
on that post, and
Okay.
maybe share that content out. If you do those three things, that's going to, one, get you noticed to that person. Two, it's going to build connection, like, oh, this person really loves my stuff. And three, Facebook is going to absolutely love it because you are, again, engaging, you are being social.
Okay, got it, got it. And so when we like, comment, and share, that we should we take a look at our industry and the people that we need to connect with and
Yeah.
maybe find them and then do that? The like,
Yes, one
okay,
of my mentors call it the Dream 100. And
okay.
so you can write out 100 people that you would love to connect with. And
Uh,
in that Dream 100, you pick 5 of those people that you either go onto their page and
okay.
you like and share their content. You like, share, and comment on their content. Then you go to your next 5 and you keep rotating with those Dream 100. Again, what's going to happen is Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn is going to see, like, okay, this person is liking and commenting on this person's page.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then their content must be similar to their content. So let us show their content to those people's content audience as well. Does that make sense?
That makes so much sense, and I'm over here taking notes. And now, for ladies, 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 ladies. Now, if you're not in on this, you need to be in on this. And if you can't watch it right now because you're working or whatever, you need to come back and watch it. You need to watch this in its entirety. I'm so excited because I can talk to Alease all day long. Literally all day long. And so, listen, I want to stop now because Alease has a presentation for us. But before we get into the presentation, of course, we've had COVID happening, right? That's one pandemic. And then I liken what's happening to the uprising as another pandemic that we
Yeah.
have going on. And so how has this impacted you personally and your family and then your business?
Okay, so that's a really big one. When the pandemic hit, COVID-19, it put me in a tailspin. It doesn't take much to get me like my anxiety level really high. And so
Yes.
literally, I did not show up in video form for about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, because I was trying to just deal with, I'm an introvert, but I normally would go out for an hour just to get
Mhm.
out of my little space, but then come
Mhm.
back. But then when the COVID-19 hit, it was like, oh no, you can't go eat out. You got to stay in the house. And I'm a person who loves to eat out, love to eat out. Okay. So that was a killer for me. But what I realized, thank gosh, I had my husband here, like, okay, Alease, you not yourself. What do we need to do to get you back to yourself? So I know you probably didn't ask me this, but
No, please share.
my family and I are really close. I come from a really huge family. It's about 76 cousins and, second cousins. We're all pretty tight. And so we normally would get together once a month. We do like a cousin get together once a month. So when this COVID hit, we couldn't do that. So what we did was I don't know, on TikTok, there is this challenge called I forgot the name of it. But anyway,
Mhm.
we did little videos showing the before and after of ourselves. Well, it's called the
Yes.
Rush Challenge.
Okay.
Okay, so we did that, and so I had to, show my hair in a little bonnet, and then I did a before and I did an after, right? And so my other cousin put the videos together. By me doing that video, it got me out of it. Like
Mm.
it just like it was just fun to do. I wasn't doing it for business. It was just fun, right? So once I did that, the Rush video, we did our Zooms together. I got some of my club members to do it together. Everything was on and popping then. I just had to figure out how to get myself out of that funk. And I know, again, it doesn't take much to get me into that. That's why I don't watch a lot of news. When I see a lot of negative things pop up in my feed, I delete it, I unfriend people, because it doesn't take much for me to get in that funk. And for my husband did okay, because we together. So he works at home. So we together. So he did okay.
Yes.
He did more yard work though. We got a lot more stuff done around the house.
You're like, yay! Awesome. Thank you for your transparency, Alease. Thank you so much for sharing. And so, what I'm hearing you say in terms of some nuggets is you got to know what works for you, right? And you may not know until you just do it. And had your cousins not challenged you to do that, then Lord knows where you would have been, right? And trying to figure out what can I do to help me get out of this, and just the strength of family. And that's really what it sounds like you pulled on. It's like, okay, let me connect in with my family. And then once you did that, it's like, wow, okay, I'm back to me, right? I'm so glad you're back to you, girl, because you are just the bomb.com. So Alease in her membership, and I'm just going to give a plug in your membership right now, because in Alease's membership, I've been in for a year or so, a little bit over a year or whatever, Alease. And Alease is the consummate professional, the consummate master when it comes to content creation. And so as a coach, she creates all the content for us. Not only does she create the content, she creates the graphics. She creates the newsletter content. She creates the actual PowerPoint presentations. Then she shows you how to use that information in your business. And then she also then supports you twice a month in the membership only. Got to be a member to be in her training, where she will do spotlight coaching, where, if you're working on a specific issue, she'll come in to assist you with that. And she'll do a live like we're doing right now to assist you. Then she also does training in her membership. And let me tell you, it's the best thing since a slice of bread. I said, I don't care what I'm giving up. And I got rid of, I went through my itemized list of things I was investing in my business, and I got rid of stuff. I was like, that got to stay. So what else need to go? Right. And so Miss Alease is just phenomenal. So I thank you, Alease, because, you do so at an affordable price, but you also, you over deliver every time. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again for your transparency and sharing. So let's get right into your presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and share your slides. So y'all, if you are just coming in, I need you to go ahead. And if you have questions for Alease, please go ahead and put them in comments. But at least it looks like we will probably have people watching later. So we're just going to go ahead and move right into your presentation. So
awesome.
Let me see. Wait a minute. You just taught me how to do that. There we go.
All right. So as mentioned, right, today I want to talk to you guys about, look at my screen just disappeared there. I'm going to make mine a little bigger so I won't be able to see myself. Okay. All right. So today we're going to talk about how to use social media to grow your business. This is something that Pam talked about to say that you guys needed to know. And I just want to let you guys know that social media is super powerful. It just makes doing business a lot easier, and that you don't have to be overwhelmed. And that's one of my goals and mission, is to help people not be overwhelmed in this business. So I know that most of you are feeling this way when people say social media. You're like, oh my gosh, what else do I have to do? Oh, everything's on my social media. I don't know how to do this. And I get it. I was in the same predicament as you when social media hit the whole internet world, the marketing world, the business world. I was confused too, didn't know what to do, how to maneuver it for my business. So what I did was, I'm going to share these tips with you, what I actually had to do and figure out and make it work for myself. Okay. So believe me, I understand what you're going through. Right. So the first thing I want you to think of and know and believe is that you have to think like a business. Y'all, social media is free advertisement. And any corporation who realizes that, oh my gosh, you're telling me I can get in front of thousands to millions of people for free, they will hop on it. So we have to think about that as well. We are a business that needs to take advantage of opportunities that are out there to help us get our business out there. And these social media platforms are allowing us to do this. Let's think about it. Facebook was probably the first one. Twitter, Facebook. We got Pinterest. We got LinkedIn. We got TikTok. You got so many different social media platforms out there so that your business can get seen. So think of this and think of yourself as a business, not just a person trying to do this. Think of yourself saying, okay, if someone gave me the opportunity to advertise my business on a billboard on the highway, would I not jump on it? Yes, we all would. So think of social media as that billboard, but it's free, right? All right. Oh, I need to click. All right. So I know I mentioned that there was a lot of platforms out there. You got LinkedIn, Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Pinterest, you got all of these different platforms. You got YouTube. Choose one. Choose one to dominate. And what I mean by that, just choose one that you're going to show up with. And choose one that you know that you like, and two that your ideal clients like. Okay. Some of my clients don't like Instagram. They just don't like Instagram. And some people don't like LinkedIn. I don't like LinkedIn myself, right? So my baby is Facebook. I love Facebook. I like the way it works. I figure out how it works. I got clients from Facebook. So I use Facebook. That was my one platform. I suggest that for you as well. Choose one platform to get comfortable with that you like first. And then second, a platform that you know that your ideal clients are on. Don't try to be everywhere and do everything, because guess what? You're going to be overwhelmed if you try to do all of those things. Okay. So you'll promise me that you're going to choose one platform? I'm going to say, yeah, you're going to promise me that. Number 3. Okay. I'm probably going to lose my count on this one. So Pam, you might need to keep me up. I think this is number 3. Yes. So number 3 is to follow accounts. So this falls along with what I just mentioned to Pam about the Dream 100. Now you want to follow accounts that are very similar to what you do. Okay. Or that you know your ideal clients are hanging out. So follow those accounts. And what do you want to do on those accounts? Like I mentioned, you want to like, comment, and share their content. But you also want to do number 4, which is look and observe what they are doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. If they got a video that has, I don't know, maybe 20,000 views on it and 200 comments and over 1,000 some likes, that is a good video. And what you want to do is you want to dissect that video and figure out, what are they saying in this video? What topics are they doing and talk about in this video? How are they looking? How are they addressing? Are their background real professional? Did they go live? Was it pre-recorded? You want to dissect that video, because once you dissect it, you now can then turn around and say, now how can I implement this into my business? How can I implement this into my video, right? Even if it's not video and this is like a social media post, okay, this did really well. People are sharing it. People liked it. There's a lot of comments. Now, what does this post look like? Was it a quote? Was it like a mini infographic? What was it? So although you're going to like, share, and comment, right, on these accounts, you are also going to be an investigator. That's what I like to call it. So go ahead, Pam. Did you say something, Pam?
No, ma'am. Oh. I did not.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I think this is 4 or 5. I don't know. Anyway. All right. So the other thing is to use video. Now, I can hear you right now saying, oh my gosh, video. I don't like video, right? But let me just tell you this. All those other social media platforms love video. They love when you do video. They love it when you go live or a pre-recorded video. A pre-recorded video is going to be something that you just record on your phone and then you upload later, right? But video is going to be powerful. And the reason why all of these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these, who else am I missing? Even Pinterest, right? We all know YouTube is a video platform, but all of these other platforms are emphasizing video. It's because they know that is number one way that we are consuming content. And a lot of these platforms want to be the next YouTube. They know that we're going to YouTube to watch TV. They know we're going to YouTube to do search. Like YouTube is another Google search for us as well. So they want their platform to be one of those places as well. So video, if you already have video in these platforms or on these platforms, then you're going to be found quicker. right? Video is the fastest way to create content, in my opinion, right? And two, is the best way to get seen. Now, I do understand again that video is not, everyone is not comfortable with video. And I'm just going to be real with you. I call being 100 with you. Get comfortable. And if most of you are speakers right now, if you can speak in front of a large audience, then video is the same. You're just talking to the camera, which should be even easier to do than speaking to a large audience, right? And if you need a large audience, then post some pictures on the wall behind your camera and pretend that you speaking to those people, right? Until it becomes natural. So video is very powerful. Video is also going to be a great way to repurpose content. Now, I know I am going super fast over this, but this is why you can watch it in replay. But you can do a video, okay? You can get that video transcribed. And now that transcription can be used on a blog post, or that transcription now can be used in like in a book. And the reason why you just did this video on social media, you're like, I'm just going to post it on this video on social media, but it has so many other benefits when you do a video. You can also upload these videos to the other platforms. Okay, so once you get good with that one platform that I mentioned, now you can upload these videos up into YouTube. You can upload it into Instagram. You can upload it to Pinterest. So doing videos are going to be, again, it's powerful for social media, but it's also powerful for your brand and your business because you can monetize this as well. Okay, so I'm going to get off the video bandwagon. If you don't hear it in my voice, video is really important. Like,
so I'm gonna raise my hand with a question right now. So with video, when you're looking to do these videos, are you looking to do, what's the time frame? Like, is it 7 minutes or is it a 20-minute? What's up?
Okay, that's a good question. If you're first starting off, right, videos under about 5 minutes is good. Like, our attention span can't go past 5. So short, concise videos, right? So if I was turning this presentation right now into a 5-minute video, I would probably go a little faster. I wouldn't go in really, really deep detail. I would just hit them like, hey, use videos, the reason why you want to use video, how do you use videos? And then I'll go on to the next one, right? So 5 minutes and under, because again, our attention span is really short. Now, when you want to offer longer videos, I think longer videos are best when you're inside a private group. Longer videos are better when you're going to repurpose them into a paid product that you can sell somewhere else. But typically 5-minute videos are going to be best. They're going to also be really good when you decide to run Facebook ads, right? Facebook ads, you want to use video. Video is just, you're going to get more money. You're going to get more money for your buck, more bang for your buck. That's the word I want to use. So videos are going to be good for that. And then that 5-minute time frame is always good. So 5 minutes and under. So 3 to 5 minutes is the sweet spot.
Okay, excellent. And then for you mentioned Pinterest. I didn't realize that you can upload video.
Yep.
In Pinterest.
Pinterest just introduced that maybe less than a year ago. Okay. Or they used to do, you can upload it to YouTube and then share the link. And when you share the link, the video will pop up. Yeah. Pinterest, people are sleeping on Pinterest. Like I'm sleeping on Pinterest because I just don't have enough time. I got to figure out how to use it. But Pinterest is a big traffic generator for people, right? And the reason why, I'm gonna be honest, the reason why I haven't been really concentrating on Pinterest is that I really have to change everything that I create to make it fit Pinterest. Does that make sense? Like the format has to change. And so I haven't gone to Pinterest, but for some of you who might like Pinterest, Pinterest is a big traffic generator to people's website. It's just, especially if you are trying to target women, if you're trying to target the moms, they are on Pinterest.
Gotcha. And so you mentioned change the format. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so if I do a social media graphic that's square, for Pinterest, it needs to be vertical. Okay, so that means I got to redesign something. Although Canva makes it easy if you have the paid version, because you can always, it allows you to resize your graphic really easy.
Gotcha.
And just do a little tweaking. But still, I still have to change it. So I'm just lazy and haven't done it. Awesome. Okay, I don't know how many more I have. All right. So this is one of the things that I say regardless. I don't care if you choose not to do video. If you choose your one platform, maybe you want to choose several platforms. But the key to actually engaging, connecting, getting clients, making sales is showing up consistently. And it sounds good when I say it, but it is harder than most people imagine. I can be honest, it's hard to show up because you got other things going on in your life. And especially when you got other people saying, "Oh, you need to do it on this day and at this time." And sometimes those days and times doesn't work for you. Or some people say you need to go live every day for a whole entire year. Okay, that's really hard. So when I say show up consistently, it necessarily doesn't mean that it has to be a video, but you should have a bank of content sitting there ready to post when you can't show up. Okay. So you can't have, and I hate to say can't because that's such like either you do or don't. I'm going to talk about how you make it work for yourself, but you don't want to have dead space. Okay. So it's almost like when you go work out in the gym, you go hard for 10 days and then you don't go for 20 days. So whatever you did for 10 days, it ain't going to last you for the other 20 days. You got to go back and start all over again. This is the same thing with social media. So if you did go hard for 10 days, but then maybe you got injured and you can't do what you were supposed to do, you still go to the gym and do some light work, right? So you can maintain what you lost. So that you didn't take a total break. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Bam.
Total sense. Total sense. I put it on mute so that I don't interrupt what you're saying because it just makes total sense. So let me ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
In showing up consistently, you have your bank of content, but then what would you suggest after that? So you have your bank of content, and then what do? You just go ahead and schedule it out for the month, or how do you show up consistently? What's the most effective way to stay on track?
I think for people who are just starting off, go ahead and schedule that content. I recommend using Buffer to do that. And I think there's another one called Planoly or Planoly something. I used Buffer. Okay. Now, here's the thing about what Facebook did. You will not be able to schedule your content to your personal page. So that has to be done manually. Okay, but it will schedule to a group. It will allow you to schedule to your business page. It will allow you to schedule to your Instagram page. It will allow you to schedule to LinkedIn and Pinterest as well.
But you can't do it for a group.
You can't do it for a group. You can't do it for your personal
page. Okay, personal page. I'm sorry. Right. Yes. So, and hello, Jackie. Thank you for joining us today. Jackie is another phenomenal woman who has She Suite, and it's another incredible group as well. And so she is with us. So thank you so much, Jackie, for joining us.
Hey, Jackie.
So if you have any questions, Jackie, go ahead and be sure to ask Miss Alease. This is the master at content creator for coaches. So, all right, Miss Alease. And I believe you're at 5. That's what I have. Show up consistently. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think this might be the last one. So the last thing is to focus on strategies that work for you. Okay. I've said all of these things, but I don't know what your life is like. I don't know what you have going on. So you have to pick and choose strategies that work. And even though I've said pick one platform, do videos, do all these other things, if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. Because guess what? If you don't like it, then you won't consistently show up to do it. So you want to do things that bring you joy, but also help you get clients. And there is no one magic bullet or pill that works for everybody. So you have to figure out what works for you, right? And so this was a conversation that my husband and I had about showing up more often, right? And I show up like once a week. I think I'm doing good, but I know I need to up the ante a little bit because I want new members, just to be honest with you. And so he said something about, we just need to go live like 12 o'clock every day for the next 30 days or, maybe 60 days. And I was like, I don't like that 12 o'clock that I have to show up at 12 o'clock, right? And he was like, but we got to. I said, no, I ain't got to do anything, right? And so I said, here's what I know will work for me. If I give myself a time frame to show up between 11 a.m. and 12 o'clock, if I know that I can do that, that I have this flexibility, then I know I will show up, right?
Mhm.
And so he was like, yeah, that's great. But for him, he needed more structure. Not for me. I'm pretty good at, feeling my commitment, but I also am very aware of what works for me, right?
Okay.
So when I say focus on strategies, I want people to take what you've learned or take what people have shared with you, and you really start to think about, will this work for me? Will
Mhm.
this work for my lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
And me saying show up at 12 o'clock noon, that might not work for you if you work full time. That might not work for you if you got a kid at home who loves to eat lunch at 12, or you got to
Right.
go pick them up. So you have to figure out what works for you. The strategies are there for you to pick and choose. It's like a la carte, right? When you go
Yes.
to a what's that? Buffet. You get to choose what you want. Same thing.
Right.
Choose what you want on your plate that tastes good and work for you, so that you can honestly show up and be consistently doing things that you love and you enjoy,
Yes.
and it doesn't become a chore.
I love that, Elise. And Jackie says, I schedule, let me go ahead and post this. She says, I schedule posts a lot. Yes, Jackie does. I mean, well, I don't know about her schedule, but I know she's very consistent
Right.
in what I see in her group. And so, Jackie, if you want to share what you use to post, to schedule your post, that would be great for us to know that as well. So thank you for sharing that. So, Elise, in terms of showing up, you talked about just showing up consistently, right?
Yeah.
So one thing to show up like we're showing up right now, but people are not engaged right now. They may go back and watch it later, right?
Uh-huh.
What are some strategies that you use to let people know, hey, I'm here, time to join me? How do you get people excited about it? And what's that process like for you?
Okay, that's a really good question. All right. So if I was having a presentation today, I would,
Mhm.
one, send out emails to my list and say, hey guys, we'll be showing up tomorrow on this topic, right? And then I would send out an email at the same time that I'm going live saying, hey guys, I'm live right now. Join me now. So there's a second email. So while those emails are going on in the back, I am also showing up and doing a story. So I'm using Facebook stories and IG stories and saying, hey guys, I am so excited that I am doing a masterclass today at 12 o'clock. You want to show up and blah, blah, blah. Tell them the reasons why. Here's the link or whatever, and send them over there to watch it. Okay. I am also already scheduled my live. So one of the things that has worked really well that I was testing out was that in your group and on your business page and on your personal page, you can do this. You can create an event, right? And so I would create an event for whatever I'm doing, my Q&A, for my spotlight coaching, because guess what you are able to do? You're able to invite multiple people. Like you can
Ah,
almost invite your whole entire personal friend list to your event. And so when you invite them, they will get a notification a day before and the day of in their notification. And that has really helped inside of my group for people to show up. Okay?
wow.
So
Wow. So
that
we can create
that's
a
part of
scheduled
business.
event.
Yes. Yes.
Got it. Got it. So email them to let them know, hey, it's coming the day of. Hey, it's coming today. Join in. Here's the link. Facebook stories. Now with the Facebook stories, see, I've only posted maybe a couple Facebook stories. You said you can also post the link in there,
You
right?
you can type the link in there. Um, and if you do, it's complicated. I would just
Awesome.
say it. I would just say, hey guys, I'm doing a live. It's on my Facebook business page. Go to do a search for Facebook, or you can
Okay.
actually type it in. Right. So do a Bentley short link so you can type it in.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So then you type in the link and then you schedule, you can create events to schedule.
Yes.
Uh, once you've scheduled your live, of course, we use StreamYard. Thanks to Miss Alease.
Mhm.
Yes, I use Streamline as well. And so then you also create events, is what you're
Right.
saying. Okay, wonderful. And Jackie said, I schedule my posts through the Facebook app for my group and through my website platform for my scheduled emails. I schedule
Got
my posts through the
it.
Facebook app.
So
Hmm.
Facebook allows you to schedule. It's called their Creative Studio. If you it's on from your business page, you go into the Creative Studio, and then you can schedule your post to your Facebook business page and schedule it to Instagram.
Okay, gotcha. Because I've been scheduling. So that's what she's talking about, the scheduling in your group. You can do the scheduling.
Right? You can schedule content inside your group as well. Uh-huh.
Okay, got it. And you said to Instagram as well. Now, I've not seen that connection.
That is going to be on your Facebook business page, and it's going to be there's a tab that says Creative Studio. So you'll click on the Creative Studio. That Creative Studio would take you to it's going to open up a whole new platform, and you can schedule your content from that platform, both on your Facebook business page and as well on your Instagram.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I love it. And then she said through my website platform as well for her scheduled emails. Okay, wonderful. So the website platform, and I'm just curious, Jackie, what website platform do you use to schedule that? And how does that work?
That's
Miss
a good
Elise.
question.
Yes. Okay. Y'all, I'm y'all see, I'm trying to understand this technical stuff. For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, Miss Elise. I'm sorry, I interrupted your presentation.
I
But
think I
so
got one last slide, and it's just to remember this. Done is better than perfect because we get into this, it has to be perfect. And that is corporate America that's speaking to us, right? That we had to send that perfect email. We had to send this perfect project. Our PowerPoint presentation has to be perfect because our boss is going to fire us if we don't. So we have this, everything has to be better. I mean, it has to be perfect before you put it out. And if you do that, if you have to think, or you're thinking that it has to be perfect before you put it out, then it would never get put out because you guys know that perfect does not exist. So better
yes.
is always better than perfect, and you can tweak it as you go. Okay. So don't allow perfection to get in the way. And the last thing is that simple is better, right? We feel like, and this is something that one of my clients just said, well, two of my clients just realized that they give, I don't know what this is about. I guess I had a little bit of it as well, that we feel like the more we give, like, let me put this on here, let me do this, and let me do this, and let me do this,
Yes.
that people are going to perceive more value, and then they'll pay for whatever the price is. But what happened is that when you give people too much, then they don't take action at all. Okay. So sometimes making things really simple and to the point that you know that if they do this, that they're going to get transformation, is a whole lot better than just piling on extra things, right? Because it just becomes overwhelming for people. So my just again just want you to remember that done is better than perfect, and simple is always better, or is better.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Elise.
You are
Miss
so welcome.
Yes, Miss Jackie says she uses Weebly. She uses Weebly, and then she also says I create the email and then I have the option to send now or schedule for a later date and time. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jackie. Thank you.
I didn't know. So Weebly must have an email marketing platform now. That's probably what it is.
That's probably what it is. Yes. Because she says she uses Weebly. Got it. Thank you. See, we all learning, right? We're all learning. Well, I am just, I have my notes over here. I have my notes and I also have some action items for sure because, during this month, Elise, I have been offering this as my give back. All of us have a place to show up in
Right.
this in what we have going on, right? And what's our give back? What is it? How are we using our spheres of influence, our expertise, our talents, and our energy to impact, our space? And
Mhm.
so I've been doing coping with COVID and coming out on top where we've had a myriad of presenters come. Everything from a sculptor, a Black woman sculptor out of New York, which was Benny Bagwell, who was incredible. Last week, we've had Miss or Dr. Pamela Hardy, she has an online, she's been running an online school for over 15 years. So, coming to share and really focused on, of course, the entrepreneur, and inspiring and encouraging, right? And giving tips. But this campus only conversation is critical for us as women entrepreneurs. And so
Right.
that's why I wanted you to come and just pour into the campus. And that you have done, you have done so well. And Miss Alease is just a guru. And so out of all of this that she shared today about how to maximize social media for your business, the next thing is funneling, right? And creating funnels. And Miss Alease, in our membership, she has broken it down into systems about how to create a funnel for our businesses. And Miss Alease, it's on my calendar in my planner to go back and watch. Even though I was live, especially on this last training on Sunday, I've got to go back and now watch, because that's what I've really been focused on creating my funnels.
Right.
And so you have just broken it down and made it easy for us. So I appreciate you. So again, for those out there who are looking to grow your business online, Miss Alease has a phenomenal membership, and she didn't ask me to promote it. I'm promoting it because it's working for me. And so I pray that it can work for you too. So please, you see how to contact Miss Alease here on Facebook at Alease Michelle, or Instagram at Alease Michelle. She keeps it really simple in that. And she keeps it really simple when she's training. And she makes it palatable, and she chops it up in bite-sized pieces for us to chew on. So Miss Alease, I appreciate you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's all about simplifying. And I mean, again, like I said, I've been out here. I know that it can be super complicated. And I was like, how do you just make this easy? Because it ain't that hard. So yes, I'm all about simplifying it.
All about simplifying it. So do you have anything in party for us? And before you go, Jackie confirmed that yes, it does have email marketing. So we believe does have that.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I just want to say, if you guys ever have any questions for me, or you just need the support, just reach out to me. I am so open to answering questions. I do the Ask Alease Anything every Saturday or every other Saturday. I think I'm going to. So you have the opportunity to ask me any questions. Sometimes you can actually pop on live with me and ask your question. But so take the advantage. Follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, either or, and get any questions that you have any question that you have answered.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And so for joining you on that live, where do they need to go to join you on that live?
Oh, just go to my business page. Just go to my business page.
Okay. And is that the Alease? At
Alease Michelle.
Okay, got it. Okay, wonderful. Well, Miss Alease, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for coming and sharing and pouring in. I do pray that women, if you're interested and you're really ready to take your business to the next level, that you would go ahead and connect with Miss Alease, because she is sure to take you to the next level. So again, thank you so much, Miss Alease. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Please go back and watch it from the very beginning. Get your notebooks and pens and dissect, and then apply the information. So everyone, have a great day, and we will see you again. And please join us on tomorrow night. Tommy Watson from Homeless to PhD will be with me. And then on Friday, Miss Meredith Ward will be talking about how to reinvent yourself. For those of you who are out there working on your resumes and trying to find out, where do I go now that all of this has happened? So we're going to talk about that on Friday. So ladies, have a great one. God bless.